Okay, so this is English 201, Week 1, Part 2. Um, also I did something weird that's going to confuse people, but if you're on Blackboard, you can find the syllabus if you look for it, but I kind of hid it a little bit because it has a lot of technical information that I don't think is like super important. Um, and all of the stuff on the syllabus is elsewhere on the website, so it's sort of down under course information. I know a lot of teachers like to really emphasize the syllabus, but I think it's a I'm not going to talk about syllabi. Anyway, whatever. The syllabus is on there, but you can find it under course information. That's all I want to say about the syllabus. Okay, English 201. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, let's talk about what are we going to talk about next? Let's see. I'm making this up as I go along. The next thing I want to talk about with this class is going to be the readings. Let's talk about the readings. The readings I am going to give you this term are difficult. Actually, the very first thing we're going to read all semester long is a poem. It is 1 page long, and holy God, it's one of the most difficult things I've ever read. Um, Students often find this frustrating. This is one of the most frustrating things about being college students at all, but particularly my classes, because I like to pick teachers usually pick, somewhat difficult readings, but I like to pick really difficult readings. Um, they're shorter. I don't like to pick long readings, but I do like to pick hard stuff. I should talk a little bit about why I do that, because it's not just to make you feel stupid. I don't want you to feel stupid. But the reason I do that is because it's sort of like reading these things is like going to the gym. When you read something difficult, when you read something easy, it's like picking up a very light weight at the gym. And you're like, this is easy. I can pick this up, no problem. And you can, and it's enjoyable, right? To just pick something up, and it's easy to pick up, and you put it down, nice and easy. The problem is that light weights don't build muscle. Now you can pick up heavy weights and try to get these things up, and it's painful and it hurts, but you get bigger muscles. So the readings are sort of like that. Now you don't want to pick up something too hard. If you pick up something too hard, you can hurt yourself. But if you pick up something too light, it's like, what is the point of even going to the gym? So the books in here sort of work like that. Um, I like to pick hard books because I want to build muscle. What muscle am I trying to build? Your brain and your heart also, because I'm an emotional softie. But also your brain. Let's be tough. So that's why I pick these difficult books. Now, one of the things that'll happen to students is that they'll take a look at one of the books I've given them. And the Kafka is actually pretty easy, I think, but the Shakespeare is much harder. And a lot of students have had bad experiences with Shakespeare, but I am a Shakespeare psychopath. I am obsessed. Um, One of the things that happens when students read the books that I give them is they're like, this is too hard. Um, it makes them feel stupid, for starters. Um, and so they don't like that, and they stop reading because they don't want to feel stupid. And I understand that. Picking up a heavy weight might make you feel weak because you can't pick it up, or it's hard to pick up. But of course, picking up the weight will make you stronger, and reading the book will make you smarter. Um, so there's that. But the other thing is that my students often they get confused about what a book is. A lot of my students are used to words being used to convey information, and that so a word is like a little package, and in the package is the information that you want. And so if you get the package, you open it up, you take the thing you wanted out of it, and then you throw the package away. So for example, a text message. If somebody sends you a text message and they say meet me at 8:30, you don't care. You once you get it in your brain, okay, meet the person at 8:30. You don't need the text anymore, and you never read it again. And actually, newspapers are like that. When you get like a newspaper and you read a newspaper in the morning, and it tells you the day's news. It puts information in your brain, and then you throw the newspaper away. You don't go back and read old newspapers. You don't go back and read old text messages. They did their job, right? They put information in your brain, and they're done. You throw them away. Um, because these are the words my students are often most used to, when they pick up a book like Shakespeare, they expect it to be sort of like a text message. I mean, it looks like a text message, it's made out of words. So it must be designed to convey information, and once you get the information, you throw the fucking thing away. Literature doesn't work like that. Literature is very different. When you pick up a piece of literature, it's doing more than conveying information. And what's more? That's what we're going to spend the entire semester talking about. But it's designed to convey more than information. Um, it is supposed to be hard to read. When you pick up Shakespeare, you are not supposed to read it, get it all in your brain, and then throw it away and never think about it again. It's supposed to be a little difficult to read. It's supposed to be something that you would read again and again and again. You're not supposed to understand it the first time. It's something you're supposed to come back to again and again. Think about it like this. Because literature is made out of words, we often think it's like a text message. Get the information, throw it away. But actually, literature is closer to music. You would never buy an album or stream an album or whatever, and then listen and put your headphones in and press play on the album and sit there and listen to it one time and then turn it off and be like, that was a good album, and then never listen to it again. That's not how music works. If you have a good album, you listen to it over and over and over and over. You listen to it in the car, and you listen to it while you're cleaning, and listen to it while you're having sex, and it's your album. You play it all the goddamn time. Put it in your headphones. You run errands around New York City. Um, so that is literature's like that. You're not supposed to read it once and throw it away. You're supposed to spend time with it. This class is the zone where we are going to spend time going over things over and over and over again. And the fucked up reason that nobody believes me, why are we doing that? Because it's fun. It's a very weird kind of fun. Um, yeah. So that's the basic idea with the course is we're going over literature because it's a weird kind of fun. But I promise you, if you think I'm crazy for wanting to read the same Shakespeare plays over and over again, think about how someone would think about if someone said you were crazy for wanting to listen to the same song over and over and over again. Right? It's just a thing people do. Yeah. And what are we going to be doing all that time? We're going to be analyzing literature. We're going to be figuring out how it works and why it works and what it does and its ideas and thoughts. So that's going to pretty much be the course. Okay, cool. What else do I want to tell you about this class for introductory shit? I spin the camera around all the time. You probably don't watch this on a big screen. Don't, because you'll get sick. I spin the camera so much, and students have asked me to stop spinning the camera, but I will not because I like to walk when I teach. And I also I hate this thing professors do where they put the camera on a desk and there's like a bookshelf behind them and they just talk in front of the bookshelf the whole time and they never move. I can't sit. This is exciting shit. I actually care about this. So I'm gonna get up and walk around. So just watch it on a small screen, shrink it down. Okay, let's see. Oh, and the class is pretty simple. It's really just video lectures and then discussion boards. And I'm very easy to get a hold of, so if you have any questions, you can ask me things over email, in office hours, and the discussion board. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, maybe this video is about done and I should go on to the next video. I'm trying to think if I have any other introductory. I should have taken some notes maybe before I turn the camera on. I didn't feel like it. I just felt like talking. So, okay, I'm trying to think of what else I want to do. I hate teaching online. I really want to get back into an actual classroom with people. I hate teaching online. I hate it. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll see you in the next video, and we'll get started on our actual subject. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you this. Let's start the actual content of the class. A lot of professors I've seen when they teach literature give students like 100 terms to learn, and then they give them a quiz on the terms, and they're like very complicated terms like metonymy and synecdoche, and I don't know, these ridiculous literary, what's the difference between a simile and a metaphor kind of bullshit. Anyway, I don't really care about terminology. I like to keep things pretty simple. And so what I did is I took a look at this massive book of literary terms, like a dictionary of literature terms. And I looked at it, and I looked at the hundreds of terms in there, and I was like, most of this is bullshit. How can we boil this down and make it simple? So what I did is I boiled it down to, I only need you to learn 5 terms. And actually, one of them is not super important for this class, so it's really more like 4. And actually, one of them you definitely already know, so it's really more like 3. So I kept it real simple. Those terms are summary, you definitely know that one. Metaphor, you think you know that one, but I'm going to get advanced. Irony, you think you know that one, but I'm going to make it advanced. Theme, you think you know that one, but I'm going to make it advanced. And sound, which is important, but we're not actually going to be doing much with it. So you actually really only need to remember summary, metaphor, irony, and sound, and I'll pick that up in the next video.